Hello children, hope you are all fine and safe at home. I'm definitely sure that you'll all be so happy seeing this photo of the school, isn't it? Come, let's continue with the next lesson. Bhakti cult and Sufi heritage. In South India, Alvas and Dasas, and in North India, saints or sants and Sufis created social awakening through Bhakti cult. In this lesson, the objectives, meanings, and features of Bhakti cult are discussed. In southern India, Andal, Akkamahadevi, Kanakadasa, Purandaradasa and Shishunala Sharif are introduced. Similarly, in North India, Kabir Das, Guru Nanak, Tulsi Das, Mirabai, Sri Chaitanya and Sufi saints are introduced. The harmony these faiths together have achieved, despite their diverse religious faiths and their contribution towards enriching the vernacular languages, are discussed here. Here, we will be studying about understanding the contributions of Bhakti cult in forging religious harmony, understanding the preachings of dasas and saints, understanding and appreciating the unique philosophy of Sufis. Have heard of the word bhakti. We use quite often in our families so many times. The word bhakti is used often. Bhakti. The word bhakti is from the Sanskrit word bhuj. Bhuj means knowledge. Indian society is inclusive of many cultures. In this society, caste system, superstitions, and pseudo-rituals were deep-rooted. It is believed that attaining moksha, that is salvation, for the common man was impossible. The medieval society was under the impression that the common people were not eligible for such a destiny. During this period, saints of Bhakti cult and Sufi tradition brought in a social and religious reformation. They stressed the importance of global brotherhood and taught that Bhakti is the best way to attain moksha. This path is called Bhakti cult. Many times, even at home, whenever you do a small work also, you would have heard your parents telling, do it with bhakti. That is, do it with utmost concentration and love. Whether be it study or any work. For a teacher, see, now I am teaching with lot of devotion to my profession, isn't it? Gist of Bhakti cult. Bhakti cult condemned discrimination. That is, they did not like partiality. It preached equality. The saints of Bhakti cult opposed and condemned superstitious practices. They undertook the task of uniting the hearts of people. According to Sufi saints, Dharma is love and service to mankind. God is one, not many, they preached. Gist of the Bhakti cult. Cult meaning a small group of people having religious beliefs or practices. Bhakti cult condemned discrimination. It preached equality, opposed and condemned superstitious practices. They undertook the task uniting the hearts of people. According to Sufi saints, Dharma is love and service to God. God is one, not many, they preached. Bhakti heritage in South India. Andal. Andal is one among the 12 Alvars, the Vishnu devotees of Tamil Nadu. Alvars were the Vishnu devotees. She was an adopted daughter of Vishnu Chitta. Vishnu Chitta was an Alvar, who was also called Periyalvar. Andal's original name was Goda Devi. They were devotees of Krishna. Her father was making flower garlands and offering it to Krishna temple of Sri Villiputtur. Andal loved Krishna and she wrote Tiruppavai and dedicated it to God. Children, you listened to that song in the previous slide. In Tamil Nadu, Tiruppavai Vrata is very famous. According to Alvars, all Vishnu devotees are equal. Caste discrimination is a criminal offense, they believed. Akka Mahadevi was an enterprising woman in the Vachana movement of 12th century. She has made immense contribution to Vachana literature. She was born in Udutadi in Shivamogga district. Her father was Nirmala Shetty and mother Sumati. Akka immersed in Shiva Bhakti since her childhood. She claimed Channamallikarjuna himself to be her husband. Her parents forcibly got her married to King Kaushika. She found it a hindrance to her service to Guru, Linga, Jangama, so she left the palace. Later, she stayed at Anubhava Mantapa in Kalyana for some time. There, she wrote many vachanas under the pen name Channamallikarjuna. She was respected by all Shivasharanas. She left Kalyana and went to Sri Shaila towards the end of her life. She left her mortal body in the Kadali forest of Sri Shaila. ಅಕ್ಕ ಮಹಾದೇವಿಯ ಒಂದು ವಚನ. ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಮೃಗಗಳಿಗಂಜಿದಡೆ ಎಂತಯ್ಯ. ಸಮುದ್ರದ ತಡಿಯಲೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ನೊರೆತೆರೆಗಳಿಗಂಜಿದಡೆಂತಯ್ಯ. ಸಂತೆಯೊಳಗೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಶಬ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾಚಿದಡೆಂತಯ್ಯ. ಚನ್ನಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ ದೇವ ಕೇಳಯ್ಯ. ಲೋಕದೊಳಗೆ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಬಳಿಕ ಸ್ತುತಿ ನಿಂದೆಗಳು ಬಂದೆಡೆ ಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋಪವ ತಾಳದೆ ಸಮಾಧಾನಿಯಾಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಈ ವಚನದ ಅರ್ಥ, ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಮನೆ ಕಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಪ್ರಾಣಿ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೆದರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ? ಬೆಟ್ಟ ಅಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರಾಣಿಗಳು ಬಂದೇ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಥವಾ ಸಮುದ್ರದ ಹತ್ರ ಮನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಯ್ಯೋ ತೆರೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು, ನೊರೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತು. ತೆರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವೇವ್ಸ್, ಸಮುದ್ರ ಅಂದ್ಮೇಲೆ ವೇವ್ಸ್ ಬಂದೇ ಬರತ್ತಲ್ವಾ. ಸಂತೆಯೊಳಗೊಂದು ಮನೆಯ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಶಬ್ದ 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 ನನಗೆ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೇಗಾಗತ್ತೆ? ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಶಬ್ದ ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರತ್ತಲ್ವಾ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಚನ್ನಮಲ್ಲಿಕಾರ್ಜುನ ಕೇಳಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾಳೆ ಅಕ್ಕ. ಲೋಕದೊಳಗೆ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ ಬಳಿಕ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಲೋಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಬಯಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಯಾರೋ ಅಪವಾದ ಮಾಡೋದು, ಯಾರೋ ಚಾಡಿ ಹೇಳೋದು, ಸುಮ್ನೆ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದೊಂದ್ಸತಿ ಹೀಗೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆತರ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾವು ಕೋಪ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ದೆ ಸಮಾಧಾನದಿಂದ ಶಾಂತವಾಗಿ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದೇ ಈ ವಚನದ ಅರ್ಥ. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಮಕ್ಳೇ?
ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣನಾಥ ಸಿಂಧೂರ ವರ್ಣ ಕರುಣ ಸಾಗರ ಕರಿವದನ. ಶ್ರೀ ಗಣನಾಥ ಸಿಂಧೂರ ವರ್ಣ ಕರುಣ ಸಾಗರ ಕರಿವದನ. ಲಂಬೋದರ ಲಘುಮಿಕರ ಅಂಬಾಸೂತ ಆಮರ ವಿನೂತ
Dasa Sahitya is the literature of Bhakti movement composed by devotees in honor of Lord Vishnu or one of his avatars. Dasa is literally servant in Kannada and Sahitya is literature. Haridasas were preachers of Bhakti to Lord Vishnu or one of his avatars. The Bhakti literature of these Haridasas is collectively referred as Dasa Sahitya. They contributed a lot to Carnatic music. They preached bhakti through music is the preferred path to reach him. That is, they were namas and bhajans. Purandara Dasa is one of the important persons in Kannada literature. Purandara Dasa was born in Purandargarh. His original name was Srinivasa Nayaka. His father was Varadappa Nayaka and mother Leelavati. Wife was Lakshmi Bai, who was a very religious woman. Srinivasa Nayaka was a miser. Miser is a person who doesn't share anything with anybody and who does not spend. And he was also an atheist. An atheist is a person who doesn't believe in God. But after so many years, he distributed all his wealth to the needy people and spent rest of his life in the thought of God. He traveled to many places singing kirtanas and at last he reached Krishna Devaraya's court. Children, do you remember I had mentioned this in the lesson Vijayanagara Empire? Vyasaraya gave him Diksha and called him Purandara. Later he became Purandara Dasa, that is, servant of Lord Vishnu or Krishna. We can see his humaneness in all his songs. He condemned caste system. We also see the combination of philosophy, moral and musical qualities in his songs. He is known as Karnataka Sangita Pitamaha. He wrote kirtanas with his pen name Purandara Vithala. You would have heard so many songs of Purandara Dasa, children. How do you know that the song is written by Purandara Dasa? When the singer is singing, at the end of the line or at the end of the song, if the word Purandara Vithala is there, that means that song is written by Purandara Dasa. You can select or you can recollect so many songs like that. Just give a try. He was praised by his own guru Vyasaraya as Purandara Dasa is ultimate as a Dasa.
ಪದದೊಳಗೆ ವಿಷಧರನ ತಲ್ಪದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿರಿ ಸಹಿತ ಕ್ಷೀರವಾದಿಧಿಯೊಳಿರಲು ಕರಿರಾಜ ಕಷ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಆದಿಮೂಲ ಎಂದು ಕರೆಗಳ ಕ್ಷಣ ಬಂದು ಒದಗಿದೆಯೋ ನರಹರಿಯೇ ಬಾಗಿಲನು ತೆರೆದು
Kanakadasa. Kanakadasa is one of the famous Kirtanakaras of Dasa literature. Kirtani means songs written in praise of God. Kirtanakara is the person who writes those songs. He was born about 1508 CE at Bada village of Bankapura Taluk in Haveri district. Timmappa was his original name. Birappa and Bachama were his parents. He was a warrior and also a poet. It is said that he found a pot full of gold and he came to be known as Kanakanayaka. Kanaka means gold. He renounced worldly things and became a disciple. Disciple is student of Vyasaraya. Later, he came to be known as Kanakadasas. Adikeshava was his pen name. He has also criticized caste system in his songs. Kula kula kulavendu hodedadadiri. Listen to that song, children. Once what happened? The priests of Udupi temple stops Kanaka from entering the temple. It is said that Lord Krishna, pleased by his devotion, turned his face towards west for Kanaka. This was named as Kanakana Kindi. Kanakadasa wrote Hari Bhakti Sara, Nala Charitre, Ramadhanya Charitre, Mohana Tarangini, and so many other books. Shishunala Sharifa. Shishunala Sharifa is the first Kannada Muslim poet. He is known as Kabira of Karnataka. Children, let us know about Kabir when we study about saints of North India. He was born in 1819 CE at Shishunala. Shishunala is a village in Haveri district in Karnataka. His parents were Imam Sahib and mother Hajjama. He studied both Hindu and Islamic religion in his childhood. Later, he passed his Mulki exams and served as teacher for some time. He took Diksha from Govinda Bhatta and wrote many Tattva Padas. Tattva means truth or reality. Among those songs, Kalagapada, Dharmika Niti Pada and Saval Jawab Pada are famous. Kalagapada means related to war or battle. Dharmika is about religious and how one has to live righteously. We can see his grave in Shishunala. He tried to spread humanity beyond the barriers of caste and religion. In total, when we study about all these Bhakti saints, only one thing they all told, that is, live and let live. Live and let live. That means you also live happily and allow others also to live happily. That is the main thing. No caste or no religion. Humanity comes first. Hope you all enjoyed this lesson, children. In the next part, let us study about saints of North India. That is, we'll talk about Sufi and all other things. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you.